That's it. Go.
So, hi everyone. So, this is our topic, primes and release common divisors, chapter 4.3. Section summary. We have introduction, primes and the fundamental theorem of arithmetic, cell division, the sieve of Eratosthenes, conjectures and open problems about primes, and the greatest common divisors and less common multiples. The Euclidean algorithm, GCDs as linear combination. Introduction. So, one important concept based on divisibility is that of a prime number. In particular, we will introduce an important theorem, the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. This theorem, which asserts that every positive integer can be written uniquely as the product of primes and non-decreasing order. As many interesting consequences, primes have become essential in modern cryptographic systems, and we will develop some new properties important in cryptography. In this section, we will also study the greatest common divisor of two integers, as well as the least common multiple of integers. We will develop an important algorithm for computing greatest divisors called the Euclidean algorithm. So next is prime. A positive integer p greater than 1 is called primes if the only positive factors of p are 1 and 2. A positive integer that is greater than 1 and is not prime is called composite. For example, the integer 7 is prime because its only positive factors are 1, and 7 to 9 is composite because it is divisible by 3. And the fundamental theorem of arithmetic theorem. Every positive integer greater than 1 can be written uniquely as a prime or as a product of a two or more primes where the prime factors are written in order of non-decreasing size. Here are the examples of the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Next is child division theorem. If n is a composite integer, then n has a prime divisor less than or equal to n. Proof. If n is composite, by the definition of a composite integer, we know that it has a factor a with 1 is greater to a and greater than n. Hence, by the definition of a factor of a positive integer, we have n equal to ab, where b is a positive integer greater than 1. We will show that a equal to greater than n or b greater equal to n. If a is less than to n and b is less than to n, then ab are less than to n and n equal to mg. Contradiction. Consequently, a not equal to n or b greater than n because both a and b are divisors of n. We see that n has a positive divisor not exceeding of n. This divisor is either prime or by the fundamental theorem of arithmetic has a prime divisor less than itself. In either case, n has a prime divisor than or equal to n. Trial derivation solution. The only primes not exceeding to 101 are 2, 3, 5, and 7 because 101 is not divisible by 2, 3, 5, or 7. The equation of 101 on each of these integers is not an integer. It follows that 101 is prime. Let's report your rules.
Okay. Good day, everyone. I am Marvin Fernan, and I will be reporting the sieve of Eratos. Hi. So, good day, everyone. So, I am Marvin Fernan, and I will be discussing the sieve of Eratosthenes. So, the sieve of Eratosthenes can be used to find all primes not exceeding a specified positive integer. For example, begin with a list of integers 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and so on. So first, delete all the integers other than 2 divisible by 2. Delete all the integers other than 3 divisible by 3. So next, delete all the integers other than 5, so divisible by 5. Next, delete all the integers other than 7, divisible by 7. Since all the remaining integers are not divisible by any number previous integers other than 1, the primes are the 2, the 3, the 5, 7, 11, 15, and so on until you will up to 97. So next, please. So these are examples of the data table of the sieve of Eratosthenes. Okay, next please. So infinitude of primes. There are infinitely many primes. So by proof, we will prove this theorem using a proof by contradiction. We assume that there are only infinitely many primes. P primes 1, the P, the prime 2, Pn. So let Q is equals to P1 and P2. So Pn plus 1. By the fundamental theorem of arithmetic, Q is the prime, or else it can be written as the product of two or more primes. However, none of the primes Pg divides Q. For if Pg a Q, then P divides Q to P1 and P2. Pn equals to 1. So hence, there is a prime not in the list P1 and P2 until you will go to Pn. So this prime is either Q. If it is prime or a prime factor of Q, this is a contradiction because we assume that we have listed all the primes. Consequently, there are infinitely many primes. Next. Next. So, the prime number theorem. The ratio of x, so the number of primes not exceeding x, and the x of n, x approaches as 1 as x grows without bound. So here n x is the natural logarithm of x. So using the theory of complex variables, although proof of using complex variables have been found, so all known proofs of the prime number theorem are quite complicated. Many refinements of the prime number theorem have been proved with many addressing the error made by estimating x with x and n in x and by estimating ratio of x with other functions. So many unsolved questions remain in this area of study. So table 2 displays the ratio of x, the x over n, x, and the ratio for x equals 10 n, where 3 is and 10. A tremendous amount of effort has been devoted to computing the ratio of x for progressively larger values of x as of late 2017. So the number of primes less than or equal to 10 has been determined for all the positive integers within n26. In particular, it is known that the ratio is 1026. 1 and so on to the nearest integer to the ratio of 1026. Okay, next. Next is next. So here are the table of the prime number theorem. This is the table that I will say that the table 2. This is the table 2. Okay, next. conjectures and open problems about primes. It will be useful to have a function n such that function n is a prime for all positive integers. And if we extract such a function, we could find large primes of use in cryptography and other applications. Examples, looking for such a function, we might check out different polynomial functions as some mathematicians did several hundred years ago. After a lot of computation, we may encounter to the polynomial factor of n equals n2 dash n plus 41. So this polynomial has the interesting property that function n is prime for all positive integers and not exceeding 40. So we have function 1 equals 41, the function 2 we have 43, function 3 equals 47, the function 4 is 53, and so on. Next. So is here are the solutions. Perhaps not surprisingly, this conjectures turns to be false. We do not have to look for to find a positive integer n for which function n is composite because function 41 is equals to 412. Yes, 41. My plus 41 equals 412 because function n was n2 minus n plus 41 is prime for the all positive integers, and with 1 is n is equal to 40. So we might be tempted to define a different polynomial with a property that function n is prime for all positive integers n. However, there is no such polynomial. It can be shown that for every polynomial function n with a integer coefficients, there is a positive integer such that function y is composite. So next slide. Saan eh? Ako ano eh?
Yes, ako na.
Ate, so thank you.
Greatest common divisor for let A and be integers, not zero. The largest integers such as that t divides A and also t divides B, is called the greatest common divisor
Open mic.
of A and
Oh,
B.
open cam.
Magupit na. The greatest divisor of B is denoted by GCD of A and B. One can find greatest common divisor of small number by induction. Example, what is the greatest common divisor of 24 and 36? The greatest common divisor of 24 is 12 because 24 and 36 is divisible by 12. The next example, what is the greatest common divisor of 17 and 22? Solution, greatest common divisor of 17 and 22 is 1 because 17 and 22 is relatively prime. So,
Next slide.
next slide. Next slide. Greatest common divisor. The integers a and b are relatively prime. Their greatest common divisor is 1. Example, 17 and 22. The integers a1, a2, and so on are pairwise relatively prime if GCD a1 and a equal to 1. Whenever 1 less than or equal I, then j less than or equal to. Example, determine whether the integers 10, 17, and 21 are pairwise relatively prime. Solution, because greatest common divisor of 10 and then 71 are pairwise relatively prime. So next example, determine whether the integers 10, 19, and 24 are pairwise relatively prime. Because GCD of 10 and 24 is 2, then 19 and 24 are not pairwise relatively prime. So next please. Nawala the charm. Greatest common divisor using prime factorization. Another way to find the greatest common divisor of two positive integers is to use the prime factorization of these integers. Suppose that the prime factorization of the positive integers a and b are a equals pa1 divided a n n and b equals bb1 divided bb22 of bbnn, where this exponent it is non-negative, whereas prime set occurring in the prime factorization of either a or b are included in both factorization. With 0, then GCD of a and b is given by GCD a and b equals bm bmin of a1 and b1, 1
One.
men of a2 and b2. So bmen of an and bn, where men
He's
of x, y represent the minimum of the two numbers x and y. So next slide.
common. The LCM.
Least common
Ah,
multiple.
not
The
LCM.
least common multiple of the positive integers a and b is the smallest positive integer that is visible by both a and b. It is denoted dt of a and b. The least common multiple can also be computed from the prime factorization. Least common multiple of a and b equals b max of a1 and b1, 1 b max of 2a and b2, where max xy denotes the maximum of the two numbers x and y. This formula is valid because a common multiple of the a and b has at least max of a1 and bi. Factors of pi in its prime factorization, and the least common multiple has no other prime factors besides those a and b. So b max of an, bn, and n. So next slide. Least common multiple. What is the least common multiple of
23,000.
2,433. Solution. We have least common multiple 23, 25, 233, 1,522, and 2,433 equals P max of 34 and 3 max of 53 and 7 max of 20 equals 24, 25, and 72. Theorem. Theorem. Let A and B be associated integers, then A, B equals greatest common divisor of A and B minus least common multiple A and B. Next slide. Euclidean algorithm. The Euclidean algorithm is an efficient method for computing the greatest common divisor of two integers. It is based on the idea that greatest common divisor A and B is equal to greatest common divisor B and R. When A is greater than B and R is the remainder, when A is divided by 2, divided by B. Example, find greatest common divisor of 91 and 228. So 287 equals 91 times 3 plus 14. So next step, 91 equals 14 times 6 plus 7. Last step, 14 equals 7 times 2 plus 0. And the result is the GCD of 287 and 91 equals GCD of 91 equals GCD of 14 and 7 equals 7. So next slide. If let A equals BQ plus R, where A, B, Q, and R are integers, then greatest common divisor AB equals greatest common divisor of B and R. So if we can show that the common divisor of A and B are the same as the common divisor of B and R, we will have shown that greatest common divisor AB equals greatest common divisor B and R because both pairs must sequence of remainders a equals r0 greater than r1 greater than r2 greater than 0 cannot contain more than terms. Furthermore, it follows from lemma 1 that GCD of A and B equals GCD R0 and R1 equals GCD R1 and R2 equals GCD Rn minus 2 and Rn minus 1 equals GCD M minus 1 and Rn equals GCD Rn and 0 equals M. Hence, the greatest common divisors is the last non-zero remainder in the sequence of division. GCD as linear combinations. Bezout's theorem: if A and B are positive integers, then exist integers and t such as such that GCD A and B equals is A plus TP. If A and B are positive integers, then integers S and T such that greatest common divisor of A and B equals is A plus TP are called Bezout Bezout's coefficients of A and B. The equations give the greatest
Coefficient.
common
The
divisor of
coefficient.
A and B equals SA plus TP is called Bezout's identity. By Bezout's theorem, the greatest common divisor of integers A and B can be expressed in the form SA plus TH where S and T are integers. This is a linear combination with integers coefficients of A and B. The greatest common divisors of 6 and 14 equals minus 2 times 6 plus 1 times 14 equals 2. So this is the examples and solution of GCD as linear combination. So GCD as linear combinations. Substituting the second equation into the first yield. 18 equals 54 minus 1 times 19 equals 3 times 54 plus 4 times 54 minus 1 times 198. Substituting 1 is 250 times 198 from I EIB 8 plus times 52 1 times 198 minus 1 times 198 equals 4 times 2 minus 5 times 198. This method illustrates this method illustrated above is two-pass method. It first uses the Euclidean algorithm to find the GCD and then works backward to express the GCD as linear combinations of the original two integers. Consequences of Bezout's theorem. If A, B, and C are positive integers such that the greatest common divisor of A and B equals 1 and A divides BC, then A divides C. So this is the proof by assume greatest common divisor A and B equals 1 and A divides BC. Since GCD A and B equals 1 by Bezout theorem, there are integers and t such that SA plus TP equals 1. Multiplying both sides of the equation by equals C. A divides TBC, then the divide then A divides AC SAC plus TBC since A divides SAC and A divides TBC. We conclude A divides C since SAC plus TBC equals C. If B is prime, B divides A1, A2, and AN. Then B divides AI for some I. Next slide. Suppose that A and B are positive integers, then A is greater than or equal B. Let RO equals R0 equals A and R1 equals B. When successively apply the division algorithm, we obtain R0 equals R1 of U1 plus R2 0 less than or equal R2 less than R1 and R1 equal R2 U2 plus R3 0 less than or equal R3 less than R2 and Rn minus 2 equals Rn minus 1 Un minus 1 plus M 0 less than or equal Rn less than Rn minus 1 and Rn minus 1 equals Rn Un. Eventually, the remainder of 0 occurs in the sequence of successive division because the sequence of remainders A equals R0 greater than R1 greater than R2 greater than 0 cannot contain more than terms. Furthermore, it follows from lemma 1 that GCD of A and B equals GCD R0 and R1 equals GCD R1 and R2 equals GCD of Rn minus 2 and Rn minus 1 equals GCD of Rn minus 1 Rn and Rn equals GCD Rn and 0 equals Rn. Hence, the greatest common divisor is the last non-zero remainder in the sequence of division.